What's up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here, and in this video I want to talk about something big that may be brewing for gold and silver, and this is in relation to another alternative investment. But here's the thing, I want to also give you a breath of fresh air. I know a lot of people are looking at the midterms. I was up late into the night last night, saying, okay, who's going to win in what state? If you don't know, in the USA, we're having an election cycle right now. And, a lot of people are maybe happy or not happy about who's winning. But the thing is, all of the media has been covering the midterms. Basically, every news channel, that's all you're seeing. And so it's kind of overshadowing other things that are going on. And there's something really big that's actually going on today, which is what I will be talking about in this video. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so what's going on with gold and silver right now? Well, let me give you a little bit of background. So when people look to invest in really anything, there's a few main things that people invest in, right? People invest in stocks, people invest in bonds, and people invest in property. These are kind of, in my opinion, three of like the big investment type things, right? And then there's alternative investments. You got collectibles and stuff like that. You also have precious metals. And then you have cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrencies have not been around for an extremely long time, but there's something really big going on. And if cryptocurrencies, sort of lose traction, then a lot of the money that's been going into cryptos over the last few years could shift into gold and silver. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. So let's first take a look at what's going on with cryptos. We got another Kitco News article for you, and the headline is Gold Holds Tuesday's Strong Gains as Crypto Markets Still Shaky. So let's just dive in here. The first part says, gold and silver prices are holding close to steady price levels in midday U.S. trading Wednesday. The bulls still have technical momentum to suggest more price upside in the near term. Some safe haven demand has been featured in the precious metals markets the past day or so, as the cryptocurrency markets have become very wobbly. Gains in the metals today were limited by a higher US dollar index and lower crude oil prices. Okay, the marketplace is still buzzing about the turmoil in the cryptocurrency markets on Tuesday that spilled over into safe haven buying in gold and silver. And just so you know, yesterday gold did very well. I think it went up around $40 and silver went up around 60 cents. And it was kind of a weird day because cryptocurrencies were getting crushed, but precious metals were actually going up. And this is sort of what's going on. I mean, we're kind of still learning about, everything that's happening, but this is the deal. The crypto exchange FTX suffered a major liquidity crisis and had to be absorbed by its bigger rival, Binance. The cryptos are still shaky Wednesday in the aftermath of Tuesday's jolt. The cryptos are just like other markets. When a crisis of confidence occurs, traders and investors all running for the exit door at the same time creates a severe liquidity crunch. So basically, there's this crypto exchange, FTX. Some of you heard of it. Some of you have no idea what it is. Maybe you don't even know what a crypto exchange is. But basically, this is a place where you can go online and buy and sell cryptocurrencies. And so if this exchange here was operating normally and there was no problems, then there wouldn't really be this big drop in cryptocurrencies, right? But they were having big problems. People were losing faith, and essentially a lot of people tried to pull their money out at once. So whoever had money in the FTX exchange, they were saying, oh my gosh, we need to get it out now because it's going to crash, whatever. And this other exchange, Binance, had to step in and say, okay, we're gonna basically take over FTX and try and smooth the transition, etc. And there's some more components to it, but that's basically in a nutshell what was going on. All right, so they do have these ranked by market cap, highest market cap to lowest. Number one is Bitcoin. They're the biggest cryptocurrency out there. And if we look at the basically 7-day change in Bitcoin, we could see it's actually down 17.4%, which is a huge drop for one Bitcoin, which is in stark contrast to the highs we saw, last year, a few years back. Bitcoin was worth over $60,000 a Bitcoin. Now it's under 17,000. Ethereum, 25% decline in the price. And then, if we look at some of these other ones, Ripple down 22%, Dogecoin down 37%. That's insane. I don't even know why Dogecoin is so high on this list. I guess a lot of people invest in Dogecoin, but I don't think you can really do that much with it. But here's the thing. Cryptos, they are a number on a screen, and there is a lot of counterparty risk when it comes to numbers on a screen. Think about all the things that have to be working for you to access this wealth, right? You need the internet to be working. You need electricity. You need an exchange. This is the on-ramp and the off-ramp to get a hold of your money. And if, that's failing, which is what we saw yesterday, that can be a big problem. But also if the government regulates it, right? If they sort of put roadblocks on these on and off ramps, or make them really difficult to use, that could be a big factor as well. So it seems like people, at least recently, have been kind of losing faith in cryptocurrencies. I know this is not true across the board. I know there's a lot of people that love cryptos. I love the idea of cryptos. I love being able to make transactions that are not necessarily 100% tracked and traced. If the government does go to a central bank digital currency, then essentially all transactions are going to be completely tracked and traced. And so cryptos would be a good way to get around that if they're not too heavily regulated. But also precious metals would be a good way to get around that as well, because obviously you can barter with gold and silver and stuff like that. So that's the story that I wanted to talk about today. People kind of losing their faith in cryptocurrencies and potentially moving into gold and silver. We could see this happen a lot more over the next few weeks, few months, especially if more of these exchanges start to have problems, or if the government steps in and tries to regulate cryptos even more, which I do expect them to do over the next few years. So, a lot of this money could flow into gold and silver, pushing their prices even higher. So this is definitely bullish for precious metals in the short term, but also I think in the long term as well. Lastly, I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.